Hey, my name's Andrew. I'm with Kristiansand Roundnet Club in Norway, and today I'll be going over the fundamentals of the cut serve. So you'll see lots of different people line up in different ways. For me, I typically just stand completely facing the net, take a small step out with my right foot. That's kind of what works for me. So when it comes to the rest of it, the most important thing on a cut serve, the whole entire point of it, is to put a certain spin on the ball so that when it hits the net, it jumps out to the left. So the spin is basically going to look like this. You see the arrows, how they're spinning towards me, and they're not spinning like that, and they're not completely on the side, but they're just kind of just off of full side spin, so that when it hits the net, it jumps over to the left. Now, to achieve that spin, you're going to have to hit the ball in a very specific way with your hand. And the most common reason why a serve won't cut is because either the hand's making contact flat or it's coming slightly underneath. So first thing to practice, even if your serve isn't going to cut, and this is just beneficial no matter what, is practicing being able to hit the ball coming over top. A little bit like table tennis, how you kind of put that nice easy top spin on the ball. So you want to try to do that. Just practice by hitting the ball, making contact on top of it. The next thing you want to do to make it cut is actually try to use your bottom 3 fingers. So the best way to do that is just grab the ball like this, make a circle with your pointer finger and your thumb, and just grab the ball with your 3 fingers, and then take the ball out of your hand and just leave your hand like that. This is how you're going to want to make contact with the ball. So the hand's going to come over the top, and it's actually going to flick out those bottom fingers. So we got our feet and we've got our grip. Next thing we need to work on is the toss. You want to throw the ball just like right over top or slightly behind the 6-foot line. You don't want to throw it too close to your body so that you jam yourself. You don't want to throw it too far away so that you're reaching, but it's kind of like right in between. The next thing is you're going to throw up the ball, bring your body to the side, so now your shoulder's facing the net, and then as your ball is being thrown, first thing to do is to open up your body to the net. This is super important, and the way I think about it is, and that's really, I think the key is just using your hips. Okay, so you're throwing up the ball, your hips turn, your arm's still a little bit back, it's a little bit delayed. It kind of creates a whipping action, and it comes over top of the ball. Your arm has a lot of joints, and so there's a lot of things that could go wrong in the process of hitting the ball, and you also get a lot of power from your hips and a lot more consistency. Okay, so the ball's going up, you're throwing, keep your eye on the ball, but open up your hips. Your arm will naturally come around because it has to, since it's attached to your body. It's going to come over top of the ball. And a great way to make sure you've used your hips properly is your follow through should end like this. Okay, so a little bit faster now. So throwing it up, showing the hips, coming over top, using those 3 fingers over top of the ball. The ball is now spinning out towards the net and hopefully cutting over to the left. We'll end on just a few quick tips. The first of which is when your ball is making contact with the net, you want to make sure it's either making contact in the middle of the net or on the left side. The second thing is just in order to get in the habit of hitting the ball over the top, when I throw up the ball, I mentally think that the bottom half doesn't even exist, only the top half. So then my whole concentration is just about the top half of the ball, which will allow me to get over it and get those fingers in there so it'll flick off. And the third thing that really helps me is when I step, actually putting pretty much all my weight on my right foot. This really helps me get like around and kind of able to wrap the ball. And it also allows me to really open up my hips. So when I finish, my left foot is barely touching the ground, but it still is because legally it has to be. So take a step, put all your weight on the right foot, and come over the ball. The last thing is repetition. Not just a high quantity, but a high quality. Make sure that when you're doing your repetitions, that you're always concentrating, You're not just doing it for the sake of like doing 100 serves, but you're actually doing 100 or whatever number of quality serves. And if it's not working, don't get frustrated. Don't try to put more effort in. In fact, sometimes it actually works better just to relax. Keep concentrating on coming over the top. Use those hips, and oftentimes less is more. And yeah, hopefully soon enough you'll start to see a great serve develop, and then after that, a great serve that also has a little or a lot of cut to it. So hopefully that helps, and good luck.